Hello, my name is Martyr, and welcome to another episode of Rogue Legacy, possibly the last episode of Rogue Legacy here, guys. And just a couple things to know before we get started. I've leveled up a little bit more. I'm level 111 now. Gotten some serious upgrades. I got some more damage, more health, and I even got a new sword, which is kind of actually a backstep comparison. It's called the Ranger Sword, but it basically does more damage than the Guardian Sword, even though I lose armor. I feel like the damage is more important in the long run than it is to necessarily do maybe the armor. I could be wrong about that, but I'm going to see if I can give this a shot here with the Barbarian King here. And I've chosen the Barbarian King for a very specific reason, is that his shout is infinitely more useful than pretty much anything else I could possibly bring into this fight, because of all the flying daggers and axes and swords and such. He also has he's got electrical, which means those platforms will stay open, which will also be another use to me over the long run. So my best strategy here is to just try to avoid running into him as much as possible, because that's what he seems to enjoy doing to me the most, is running into me, hurting me, and then kind of running away. That was basically what he does over and over again. So I'm just going to try to avoid him, take pop shots at him over and over again until he dies, and kind of just avoid as much damage as humanly possible here. If I can do that, that would be fantastic. Of course, sometimes he does that crap though, and it doesn't really allow me to avoid him as much as I'd like. But it's okay, because we're down to about half health now. And we're doing actually pretty good here. I think if I can keep this up, I'm going to just try to avoid this area, because he's trying to lock me into that wall there. And I don't want to stay in that area. So, pow, pow, pow. Got a couple good shots there on him. We're doing actually pretty well here. We got him back down to, well, I'd say about a quarter of his health left. And after him, of course, we have to face the Fountain, who I would like to have as much health as humanly possible for. So I'm going to just try to jump over this area, get him away from there. Damn it. That's okay. Because he's down, officially. And I think we have about, I don't know, half to 48% of our health left, which hopefully through these chicken wings we'll restore here. There's about 4 of them, which is good. And that should bring us back up to about 100%. And like I said, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to defeat the boss here. Oh no, we have way less health than I thought we did. That is not good at all. We're back up to about, looks like 80% of our health here. And we have to avoid this guy's damage as much as possible. Ay. I'm not a huge fan of the Fountain, I have to say that much. He kind of just seems to be a dingus. Hitting us quite a bit. But I think with the ability to bounce off his head here, we're doing pretty good. You'll probably hear me jamming on the buttons. I apologize for that in advance. But it's kind of a necessary evil at this point. And I've got to remember to use my shouts when he does those daggers also, because that kind of makes things a little bit easier to deal with. Ah, crap. Okay. And he kind of just started walking towards us. Oh, get a couple whacks on him here. And we should be okay, I think, actually at this height right here, yeah. Okay, he's running over here. He's doing his dagger thing again. I'm going to use a shout this time. Okay, find a corner to stay in. Stay away from him. And we're doing pretty good here, all in all, actually. Use another shout. One more shout. Oh, good lord. Oh my god, I'm making foolish mistakes, but that's it! He's dead! It doesn't matter, he's dead. The Fountain has fallen. Finally. We did it. We had 38 hit points left. Probably one shot from defeat, but we did it. We defeated the Fountain, guys. You've defeated me, but at what price? I may have slain the king, but only after he betrayed his people. Ask yourself what justice has been met. In the end, we are all guilty of the same sin. Look to your forefathers, such is the cost for unquestioned loyalty. ... The sun, I had forgotten how it feels. And there we have it. The Fountain has been slain by Sir Glauber there. He killed only one person, which was the king. And we got a butt ton of gold. And that's basically it, guys. We defeated him. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of questions like, well, Martyr, why the Barbarian King? Why such a boring class? And the answer to that is that The other classes are fantastic. I know I kind of dissed on them last episode, and I feel bad for that. I didn't want you to get the impression I didn't like them. The other classes are great. I love the spell sword. I love by far the class I probably dislike the most is the Lich, because it just seemingly is somewhat useless. But I could be wrong about that. Every class has its use, obviously, but because I kind of played the game from the very beginning, I just started putting points into my damage and my health. It seemed just beneficial to take classes that would benefit from that type of thing. Because using Spell Thief and the Wizard and such other classes like that, they require a specific build. And I didn't necessarily get to that build. I didn't build to be a Wizard. I didn't build to be a Spell Thief. And I think that's one of the kind of problems with those classes, is that you have to build in that direction to make those classes somewhat usable, to make them somewhat a decent class to use in boss fights. Now, that said, they are probably very powerful if you use them and build them up in the right ways, but I built towards damage, health, damage, health, damage, health, damage, health, crit, damage, health, crit. That's kind of what I built up for the most part. So, again, like I said, the other classes are not necessarily bad, just they're nothing I didn't build for, I guess you could say. And that's the thing, you have to build, that's the beauty of Rogue Legacy, I guess you could say, is that there is literally builds. You have to spec towards what class you want to use the most. And the Barbarian King, because of his large amount of health pool and his shouts and his ability to survive, is just a really easy class to use in the last fight. Even if it isn't necessarily boring, it's just easier to do. But that's it, guys. We beat Rogue Legacy. I've had a lot of fun playing this game. I really enjoy this game. There is more content to this game. There's a new Game Plus mode that you can access and kind of face all the new bosses over again, and you can get better and better gear, but I'm not down for that right now, because there's other games I want to get to be honest with you. I've enjoyed Rogue Legacy, but there's definitely other games I definitely want to get to, so, I killed Herodot 34 times apparently. So yeah, there's other games I want to get to. So while this was really fun, this is pretty much going to be the last episode of Rogue Legacy. I would love for hopefully one day to see them make a Rogue Legacy 2. I think that would be really neat. I would think that they could expand upon this game very well, make it a little bit more intuitive, make some of the more classes more a little bit better to use. I think some of the classes are just right out the box. They kind of just, I think when you get a new class, you should at least feel that they have a use as soon as you get them. And while some of the classes did do that, for instance, the Barbarian King, the Paladin, even the Spell Thief had a use when he came out of the box. But there's just some classes that just kind of sucked right out the box. And I'm looking at you, Lich. You sucked, Lich. I'm sorry. Lich, you suck. But I'm sure, someone can go ahead and correct me in the comments. Tell me, hey, Martyr, you're wrong. Lich can do this, 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 and this. And I'll be like, oh, okay, well, I didn't know that. And perhaps that's another point. I'm not an expert on Rogue Legacy. I just played it just now. I had fun with it. I could be very wrong. The other classes could have a lot of use. But anyways, enough about that. The game's over. We beat it. There we go. We're wandering on our way home, it looks like, or something. We're walking through hell. I don't know what's going on here. There's credits. And I don't know exactly what the next series is going to be quite yet. I'm kind of still bouncing some ideas around in my head. But we'll probably get to that next week, not this week. Probably the beginning of Monday or Tuesday. I'm not quite sure yet, to be honest with you. But I enjoyed this. Oh, here we go. Here's the ending. Here's my castle. Total children, 85. Time played, 10 hours, 43 minutes. And there is my wife and 2 night children. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this series of Rogue Legacy. I really appreciate it. If you liked what you saw, please click like, subscribe, share with your friends. I really enjoyed this series, guys. Stay tuned for more indie games in the future. And as always, if there's a game you want me to play, tweet at me at Martyr8j, and we will see you next time.